Alright, so by the end of this video you will find out how in under 10 minutes get the Excel file like this with the scraped data about the jobs as well as forms tailored based on your specific details proposals without you having to hustle or spend hours of time forming those tedious copies for your proposals. So, first of all, what you've got to have is browser, then preferably Google Chrome, no affiliation to Google whatsoever, then Power Automate, you can get it on Microsoft Store. Also, you must have OpenAI account and get the API key. Well, that's quite simple how to do this. You can look it up very quickly in Google Chrome, for example. After this, you also must have Python on your machine. And overall, we are ready to start. So, the very first step is you must go on Upwork, go to the Find Work section, and then, that's very key, you must go to this section, Advanced Search. And here you are supposed to input the exact phrase you wanna see in the either name or description of your job. Also, a quick tip, you are able to do the same faster if you just input the term in the search bar and surround it with double quotes. So, for example, it could be, I don't know, animal videos script maker, whatever, and then you will get it. Also, not less important, maybe even more important, is to specify all these criteria which you wanna your perfect job to meet. That's very simply done via GUI. Here you are able to specify the range of the dollar value of the project, also amount of proposals sent, maybe some details about the client, what else, project length, well, and all this kind of crap. Afterwards, you gotta copy this link fully, and right now we proceed to Power Automate. And here we create the first step, which is setting the variable of our URL. Here you will just go and input the link you have created. Yeah, and also important thing, as you can see right now when I insert, yeah, by the way, leave the comment down below what have changed right now. I'm waiting. Yeah, I know, the level of your irritation towards me has definitely shifted. Nevertheless, right now I will show you as well the thing which happens when you use this exact search thing. It replaces the double quotes and spaces with URL encoded symbols, and in this example it substituted the double quote with %22, like new language for real, and it switched space to %20. Well, interesting enough. Nevertheless, that's your job to ensure that you input just raw UTF-8 encoded search term here. You press save, then you go to the next step, which is attaching the tab with the specified link to the existing Chrome instance. And also important, you've gotta have this link, which we have specified in the first step, already opened in the already running Google Chrome instance. That's how it works. And right here, what you are supposed to do is simply to opt for attach to running instance here. You can choose launch new instance, but there can be some inconsistencies with whether you are logged in or not. So in order to not fuck around with it, just go for the second choice. Then by URL. Actually, that's the first time I even checked out what are the other options. And here you specify the URL which we have set previously. And you can do this via this interesting contextual window, or by simply surrounding the name of your variable with percentage signs. They play very paramount role in this application. You will see this. You will see this. Eventually, we proceed to the third step, and this one is the most interesting, because what you've gotta do is this. Well, as a matter of fact, instead of specifying this manually, what you are able to do after setting the variable, you are able to just call that button, which will track the records we are telling Power Automate to capture when scraping the web page of our interest. So you simply press record, and afterwards you go to the object of your interest. In our case, let's say that's the title of the job, or rather the link to it, and we go over here, as well as go to the extract element value section, and we opt for extraction of href value. In simpler terms, URL link. Also, necessarily you gotta opt for the description, because that's what exactly LLM will be using in order to craft our authentic and absolutely unique proposal. Here you just extract element value, which is text, and in fact, what you gotta do as well is that you must choose the analogous value of the other job posting. For example, just the one which is right after the first one, and you must go through the same procedure. Just extract the exact same attribute. And what you gotta see right now is that what has changed is that you see this green, green dot lines around every title and description of each job. And after this, you simply press done. It will successfully add the step over here. Well, in your case, it will add it right after launching new Chrome page. Well, as we know, attaching new tab. And right now we are able to work with this data properly. In fact, the only thing which we are doing right now, which is one of the ultimate steps in our Power Automate flow, is simply writing the extracted inputs, extracted data about the jobs into the CSV file. And right now we will segue slightly into the next stage of our flow, where we must specify the specific folder in which our Python script is stored, as well as the values extracted from Power Automate workflow are being written in the CSV file and consequently saved there. So what you must do is, in my case, that's this kind of folder in on the desktop, in some next folder, in some next child folder, and in this fourth step you specify the table which we have extracted and the path without covering it with any kind of quotes. Well, you gotta specify, well, no, not correct. You gotta specify it in this way. You just input the path which we have just successfully copied, and then you add backslash, and after this you input the name of the file. Well, for the convenience's sake, I beg you to just input Upwork _jobs.csv. This will help you to not have all this headache with name conventions later on. And in fact, we are kinda done with Power Automate, but stay tuned in order to see the crucial step, which is the fifth one in our sequence, which will actually deliver the results. We simply go to the successfully created folder, and don't worry, in fact, you are not supposed, no, that's not safe. In fact, you are not supposed to have any kind of other folders except this one and env, which I will basically use to store OpenAI API key. And by the way, right now you can go in the description and simply copy paste the code which you see on the top of the description. It is absolutely unique, so probably you will have to modify it a bit in order to extract exactly description values, but it only affects the number of the not number but index of column which your descriptions are stored in. As a matter of fact, right now what you are supposed to see is actually nothing, not even this file. Well, this one will disappear. Not even, well, I will leave .env here, so you will see what it is. I mean, in case you are watching this long, you must know what it is. What kind of normal person would stay for that long? Amazing. That's the script, and I also recommend you to not play with the name. It's just proposal_former.py. You copy paste the code, which you can again find following, not, well, follow me, just cause I said so, and also quickly steal the code for this script right now, and over here I will quickly just put that, specify the index of the column where the descriptions are stored. Yep. So you will be sure that you won't get confused when executing this amazing script. Here we have basically scraping of the data from the CSV which is formed in Power Automate. After this that's just a special part from Max to ensure that it is actually working, because the execution of the script will take about 7-8 minutes, so you gotta know for sure at the very beginning that it is actually running, so it will create txt file in our folder. You will see this a bit later. Then we create OpenAI client, and over here you've gotta create .env file where you input the API key of yours. I am very lazy to edit this later on, therefore I will not open it. However, what it looks like is essentially, yeah, imagine that it is your env, it is your .env, and over here you simply do this OpenAI API key equals double quotes. Well, it won't be, well, actually it will be formatted beautifully. God bless the person who made .env files also formatted. And here you input the API key which you find in your OpenAI's profile. And also you can check one of the, well, it's not latest, but one of the videos on my channel where I show you how you are able to get $2,500 in OpenAI API credits very quickly and easily. I will even leave this line as well, so you see what does it look like. Probably I will insert it before API key specification. Yeah, and the care of the way env is extracted is being taken care of by these libraries, therefore you do not have to fret over it whatsoever. Then we simply, well, this line is not necessary, is rather debugging one. And here what's happening is that you should actually modify this part based on your skills and wants, probably whatever you want to specify. In fact, what you are doing here, well, you do not have to choose a change role part because it's just already perfect because I wrote it. And afterwards, what you should do, I mean you are ought to do, is you must specify the exact skills you have and probably some specifics which you would love to be included in the proposals which are formed by AI. And over here I specify the list of my skills, my unbelievably cool things, what I have developed, what I am working on. Just make it as shiny and braggadocious as possible. That's to be concise. Over here you see that we also add the description of the job, and based on this the killer proposal is written. Then we send this prompt to the GPT-4o. I tried O1 preview, but they told me that fuck off, you've gotta be some enterprise. Well, it's a matter of time. Well, I will be. However, 4o is fine as well, ain't it? Then we extract the exact content of the response. I know why I decided to cover my mouth suddenly. This thing, you can leave it if you wanted to try it out locally, but I won't recommend it, just will clutter the console of your PowerShell. Then we dynamically add the proposal to the previously declared empty list. Well, leave this line in case something weird happens and the amount of proposals doesn't match the amount of descriptions, then it will add some padding which will ensure that at the end you will receive the properly formatted, as I have shown you at the beginning, Excel file. It's actually not even here because I have deleted it. That's how confident I am in the validity of this script. Then we simply add the column with proposals, and afterwards we simply save the newly formed file to the Excel. And right now I will press the pause button in order to not interrupt people around me. Or I will keep going, doesn't matter. So we are almost done, and let me simply run this whole thing. Yeah, and in the fifth step, what you are supposed to specify is, first of all, you must use the folder which we have specified in, let me see, in the fourth step. You just take this part of the path without the name of the CSV file, and you simply put it over here. So basically what you are gonna do is just type in current directory comment and put in the, I don't like the word put in, to be honest, and I simply put in the path to our directory with all the stuff which we are making. Then you choose semicolon in order to essentially start declaring the next comment, and after this you put in pi in order to specify that the Python script will be run, and you just input the name of the script. And here you see why I told you not to play with the names, because it will be really pain in the ass to try to ensure that everything is named consistently along the whole shortcast. And after this we are able to finally run our workflow. And for you it's gonna be just a couple of seconds, whilst for me, couple of sandwiches. Well, some time has elapsed, and as you can see, the workflow of ours is completed. And for this reason, we are able to simply proceed to the folder of our project, and voila! You see that, well, this file was generated immediately upon the triggering of the script's execution, and afterwards, let's say, yeah, in 16 minutes, we have received the completed file with all proposals formed, as well as preserved details about each gig. Let's check this out quickly, so you know that I have not scammed you completely. And here we are. Yeah, for some reason the first row is in the bold font, but whatever. And we have created the proposals for each of these jobs, and you are able to choose which one you would love to consider based on the certain criteria you have specified at the very beginning of our workflow setup. And now let's say that this project for $1,000 looks quite attractive, and therefore we can take this proposal, take this link. Let me enable editing. I guess it will make the things easier. So you can simply grab the link to the job which you find appealing, then you insert it here. You input some stuff such as "I am so cool, you gotta pay exactly me." And when we go to the section apply. Okay, for some reason I don't see the... Yeah, apply now. Genius. You press here, and yeah, that's fun that I haven't even checked out the description of the job, but just took a look at the price. Fun stuff. And right here we are able to simply scroll down until the cover letter section and insert absolutely everything. And right here you see that it is super structured, and probably you should play a bit with the prompt which we are sending, which is on this line. And probably you should add some stuff like do not insert asterisks, do not insert placeholders, so to make it even smoother when it outputs the produced proposal. Nevertheless, that's how you are able to automate this tedious, usually lengthy work in under 10 minutes and essentially streamline the process of proposals creation. Thanks for watching. In case your restaurant, go on OpenAI Restaurant Pro in order to automate your restaurant customer service in under 10 minutes on all frontiers. And in case you simply the person who really loves eating tasty food, go on OpenAI Restaurant Pro as well in order to experience in-person like ordering online. Also, you will get the ability to order in your native language authentically. Thanks for watching and stay awesome.